The room looks peaceful at first glance, as if nothing inside it could hurt. Morning light slips between the blinds and rests on a woman sitting in a hospital chair. She smiles as her young son swings his legs beside her, humming softly while drawing on a clipboard the nurse gave him. To him, this place is routine. To her, it's a battlefield she refuses to name. Anna keeps her eyes on Leo, memorizing every expression. He believes these visits are simple checkups, nothing more than grown-up errands. He doesn't see the way her fingers tremble under the blanket or the way she presses her feet into the floor to stop the nausea from rising. He sees the smile, and to him it's truth. She learned early that fear travels fast through children. A single worried look can reshape their world. So she hides her aches the way some people hide fragile treasures. When the nurses adjust the IV line, she jokes about superhero medicine. When the room grows too cold, she says it keeps her strong. Leo nods, believing every word with perfect trust. But behind the curtain of her calm performance is a landscape no one else sees. In the early hours before anyone wakes, she kneels in the bathroom, bracing herself against the sink, breath shaking as waves of sickness return. She moves slowly so she won't wake Leo. After each session, she looks at her reflection, pale and worn, and practices her smile until it feels steady enough to carry. She tells herself this smile is armor. She tells herself that as long as her child sees something steady in her eyes, the rest doesn't matter. The doctors warn her about fatigue, warn her about overwhelming days, but she has made a promise to herself long before the diagnosis settled into her life. Leo's childhood will not be defined by hospitals. He gives her reasons to keep going, sometimes without knowing it. At home, he asks her to watch him build towers from mismatched blocks. He tells her she's the strongest person in the universe. When she forces down bites of dinner, he cheers because she's getting healthier already. At school, he shows his friends doodles of the two of them standing on a mountaintop. He always draws her taller. These moments lift her and break her in equal measure. She knows he doesn't see the full picture. She knows that if he ever does, it will be sooner than she wants. Her body begins to change, piece by piece. She wakes with new aches. Some days she can barely lift her arms when the treatment ends. She rests more, laughs less when the door is closed, and writes letters late at night. Letters for birthdays, graduations, moments she refuses to let disappear even if she isn't there to witness them. She tells herself this isn't surrender, it's preparation, a mother's instinct, nothing more. Leo senses something eventually, the way children do before they understand language for it. He notices how she moves slower down the hallway. He notices when she needs to sit down after climbing stairs. He notices the fatigue she tries to hide behind familiar routines. But still, she smiles for him. One night, the disguise unravels. He wakes to the sound of her coughing in the bathroom, a rough, painful sound she can't restrain. He opens the door without knocking and finds her on the floor, arms wrapped around her stomach, eyes wet. She tries to rise quickly, tries to summon that gentle expression he knows so well, but the mask breaks before she can hold it in place. "Mom, are you sick?" His voice is tiny, frightened, as if he's discovering something dangerous. She hesitates. Her instinct reaches for the old version of the truth, the protective one, the polished one, but her strength falters. She pulls him into her arms instead, pressing her forehead to his hair, unable to speak for a moment. The silence between them says more than any explanation could. "I'm fighting," she whispers at last, voice thin but honest. "I'm trying really hard to stay." Leo doesn't fully understand, but he understands enough. He touches her cheeks with small hands and wipes her tears with his thumbs like he's seen her do for him countless times. "Superheroes can cry," he murmurs, repeating something she once told him. She lets herself breathe, for the first time without pretending. From that night forward, something changes between them, not in a painful way, but in a human way. She still shields him, but not with the same perfect illusion. He holds her hand during treatments without asking questions he isn't ready to handle. He sits closer, leaning against her arm when the IV drip begins. He watches her face and notices the moments when her energy fades. When it does, he quietly picks up his drawing pad and works beside her, giving her company without demanding anything more. The room feels different now. Not lighter, not heavier, just real. One morning, Anna stands in front of the mirror before waking him. Her reflection tells a story she never planned to live. Her hair is thinning, her skin pale, her fatigue visible in every angle. For a long moment she stares, not looking away, not searching for the practiced expression she used to rely on. She lets her face relax. She lets the silence settle. And then, slowly, a new smile grows, unsteady, shaped by the knowledge that her child sees more now, yet trusts her with everything he has. It's a smaller smile than the one she used to wear, but it feels honest. It feels earned. She walks into Leo's room and wakes him gently. He yawns, then hugs her without hesitation. She holds him for a long time, longer than he expects, breathing in the simple comfort of the moment. They have another appointment today. She knows it will be difficult. She knows he'll be there beside her. As they walk toward the hospital, he squeezes her hand. She squeezes back. The war inside her hasn't vanished. The pain hasn't lifted, but something has shifted. Because now the smile she carries isn't a shield meant to hide the truth. It's a promise between them. Fragile, imperfect, but real. And sometimes the strongest love isn't the love that hides the pain. It's the love that keeps going even after the truth is seen.